Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today's video is going to be just a quick one on some tips on how you can look taller while wearing flat shoes. I know that I show a lot of high heels on this channel, but we are all aware you cannot wear high heels all the time. It's really unhealthy, it's very uncomfortable if you stay in them for too long, and it's not practical. So I wanted to give you some tips so that even though you're wearing flat shoes, you can still look a bit taller, which is my goal pretty much all of the time because I'm quite short. There are quite a few tips and they can do so much for your outfit and for making you look taller. You obviously don't have to use all of these at once, but incorporating one or two of these into your outfit can really do a lot to elongate you. So before we get into all of the tips, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It really helps me out, and if you want to see more videos like this, you know, subscribe. It's free. With that out of the way, let's get into all the tips and tricks. So I'll show you a few different outfits that I kind of apply these to, so hopefully that will be helpful. Tip number one is very easy and a little bit obvious. It is to wear something high-waisted and then tuck your top into it. It gives the illusion that your legs are much longer, like they are starting much higher up, and in turn that makes you look longer as well. You want to focus on trying to shorten your torso, so even crop tops or tucked in tops give the illusion that you have a shorter torso and much longer legs, and it makes you look a little bit leaner and longer. Tip number two is also very easy. It is to experiment with cuffing your jeans, just rolling them up a little bit. Make sure that they don't bunch up so they kind of make this ring around your leg. Try to make them to sort of as flat as possible to your leg. Showing that little bit of ankle can just really elongate your leg, so play around with it. It might not work for all of the different fits and styles, but definitely try because it can have a really cool effect. Tip number three is to wear a pointed flat shoe, something like this, instead of a round toe like this. The pointed toe, because it goes narrow and it is longer, just elongates your entire leg and makes you look a lot taller, whereas this round toe kind of cuts the leg off much sooner than it has to. And if you have tried pointed toe shoes and you didn't like them and you found them uncomfortable, I know that a lot of people say that they are uncomfortable, but they really don't have to be. You just have to find the right fit. So if they are pinching your toes, it's either too small or not wide enough. So I have rather wide feet. I definitely always go for a bit of a wider fit. Almost all my shoes have a pointed toe just because they really elongate your legs a lot, and I find them very comfortable. You just have to find the right one. Trust me on this. Tip number four is to use vertical stripes. So we all know that horizontal stripes can make us look wider and therefore a little bit shorter. If you use vertical stripes, that makes you look a bit longer. It kind of drags your figure in this direction. Obviously, we might not always want to run around in striped pants or things like that, but what I really like to do is to use necklaces. Now this one isn't that long. I'm not a huge fan of wearing really long necklaces because I find them so annoying, but I know a lot of people like them and they don't find them annoying at all. And if you're one of those people, adding necklaces that kind of go, especially if you layer them this way a bit longer, it really elongates your top half. I also like to wear longer earrings because I feel like they elongate, and the same, wearing a V-neck can kind of almost fall into that same idea. I'm going to add it either way. Wear a V-neck if you want to like make yourself look a little bit taller. The idea here is just to add vertical lines, whether they are kind of patterned and stripy on your clothing or it's jewelry or a cut, anything that kind of does this. I hope that makes it clear. Maybe it doesn't. We're moving on. Tip number five is to wear a nude colored flat shoe, something like this. I also have this pair right here. These are obviously a dupe for the Valentino Rockstud flats, and I got these from ASOS. I'll link everything down below if you do get them. I just want to say that I'm normally between a size 3 and a 4, and I had to get a 5 in these, so definitely size up. Anyways, by wearing a nude shoe, it really creates the illusion that your leg stops here instead of stopping here. It does give a couple of inches and it's such an amazing trick. I highly recommend that you try it out if you haven't. If you're wearing long trousers or tights, I would recommend that you try to match the shoe color to either the pair of tights or your trousers, whatever is on your leg basically, because it's going to elongate and it's going to trick the eye into thinking that the shoe is part of your leg, and that's what we want because it gives so much illusion height. It really stretches you. Just try it. Just try it. Another really important one is, I'll show you this shoe here. You really want to avoid this shoe right here. So this ankle strap here, what it does is that it gives the illusion that your leg is stopping here instead of here. It cuts off your entire foot that could look like it's part of your leg and give you so much length, but no, it's just avoid it. So unless this strap right here is nude, it's going to cut off your length like nothing else. It's so I really don't like it. And if you do need a strap to keep the shoe on, just go for something that is very similarly close to your skin tone. And I also know that some shoes have this strap over here, over your foot, and that has the same effect. It makes your leg look like it's stopping there instead of all the way to the tip. So for the next tip, I have just written in my notes, show skin, and by that I mean mainly two things. So firstly, if you can get away with it and if it works with the outfit, go for a shorter hemline. It makes your legs look longer, and in turn, as we know by now, it makes you look taller. And I know going for a shorter hemline, it's not going to work for every outfit. You are not going to fill your wardrobe with only short hemlines, but if you know you will be wearing flats, and if you know that you won't be able to incorporate some of the other tips, maybe a shorter hemline will make you feel a lot taller than if you went for something longer. The second part of this is going for a shoe that has a low vamp like this one. So the part that goes over your foot is as close to your toes as possible without the shoe falling off, and you're showing as much skin on the feet as possible. Again, it's playing into showing a little bit of your ankle and all of these things. Just try not to cover up your feet with shoe. Wearing this shoe right here instead of this shoe, you can see the vamp is much higher, it's going much further up on the foot, and it gives the illusion that your legs stop here instead of going all the way down. Especially, this is so important if you're wearing a shoe that isn't the same color as your skin tone or the trousers you have on. If you have a nude colored shoe, you can kind of almost forget everything because it will look like it's part of your leg no matter what, unless it's really chunky and really wide. The final tip I have has nothing to do with shoes at all. It has to do with your hair. So if you can put your hair up in a bun, it adds literal height. So it can add a few inches because you're adding a bun at the top of your head, and this might sound really silly, but it does work. I know it's not for every time because sometimes you don't want a bun as a hairstyle, but it can be a really good excuse to kind of go for a more lazy hairstyle. And my point with all these tips is not to say that they are rules and that you have to follow them, otherwise you're going to look really short and you'll never look as tall as you are in your head. It's just meant to be a little bit of a helping hand if you feel like an outfit is making you look shorter than you really are. Applying 1 or 2 or 3 of these can really do so much for an outfit. I hope that you found these tips helpful and that you found something new to incorporate into your wardrobe and your style. Again, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.